Hello, everybody, and welcome to Swampy Comics. I'm Swampy, and today we're going to be doing the weekly poll preview list for this week of December 10th, 2025. And it's a hell of a week, so let's just jump right into it right here, right off the top. Absolute Batman by Scott Snyder, art on this one by Jock, colors by Frank Martin, and letters by Clayton Cowles. The cover says it all. We're getting absolute Joker's origin in this issue, and it's gonna be nuts. Look at that cover. Um, I am I excited? Yeah, of course. I don't know how to be more excited than I am for this is gonna be so great. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say. The cover just speaks for it all. We're getting absolute Joker's origin. This run has been awesome. This series has been awesome, and yeah, I doubt we're gonna be let down here. Let's crank up the insanity and go. Absolute Batman is a win every single month, and with the delay of issue 14, it's kind of nice. We're getting 14 and 15 within a couple of weeks of each other. This will be the last issue of 2025. Um, Before we get the crossover with Wonder Woman in issue 16 and the Arc M special in January, I believe. So, yeah, a lot to look forward to, not only this week, but in the future. I'm beyond hyped for this issue. This is going to be great. Next up, we got Action Comics 1093. This is by writer Mark Waid, art by Skylar Patridge, colors by Ivan Placencia, and letters by Steve Wands. And yeah, we're gonna be dealing with Superboy more, which I'm all about. This whole Superboy era of Action Comics has been a blast. If you've been watching my videos, it's pretty. Yeah, I'm really high on Action Comics right now. And the Captain Comet arc wrapped up last issue, and it looks like we're still dealing with Superboy at home with maybe the Kent farm under danger of foreclosure. Um, yeah, this is really cool. Although with the way things are going in the DC universe, I got to admit, I have a feeling where I really hope that we're going to be, Action Comics is going to cross over with the inevitable Legion of Superheroes series coming out. I'm really hoping we go that direction. But that's me kind of putting the cart before the horse there. There's no indicators that that's going to happen in this series. And yeah, but either way, Action Comics. I mean, it's an absolutely classic title. We're in the thousands here. It's crazy how long this has been going, and I look forward to it every month. The 2025 was the year of Superman for me, and Mark Wade's keeping it going right there with Josh Williamson, Dan Slott, and Jason Aaron. So yeah, Action Comics, fun stuff, fun stuff. I'm sure this won't disappoint. Next up, we got a DCKO tie-in with Aquaman number 12. Here we have Aquaman versus Hawkman. Let me tell you something, man. DCKO is the most absurd, silly idea for an event, and it works on every level of just being quality and being ridiculous and over the top and just fun and just full of passion and references and fan service, but not in a pandery way. This has all been ruling, and you know, I'm big on Aquaman right now. Jeremy Adams. Oh, I forgot to say the credits for this book. Writer, written by Jeremy Adams. So this one is with art by John Timms, colors by Rex Locus, and letters by Dave Sharp. But yeah, this Aquaman run that Adams has been on has been awesome. Like, I'll admit, I only picked up Aquaman 1 because I went a few weeks in a row and I just saw a bunch of copies of it sitting there and like nobody was buying it. And I was like, I'm going to give this Aquaman book a shot. And boy, am I glad I did. I didn't think I'd be, thinking Arthur Curry is a total badass. Like, I really am, I'm on that train and I can't wait to see him fight Hawkman. Hawkman is a fearsome opponent for Aquaman, power scaling wise, but Aquaman has really unlocked his potential. after the absolute power um, event that gave him Mara's aquamancing powers, along with the whole entering the Omega system and kind of becoming the king of the blue, so to speak. Yeah, this is going to be action packed and super fun. I really do hope this follows the Superman versus Captain Atom. Um, you know, kind of you know, not just in terms of quality, but I really hope this issue is following through with All Fight Month. I really hope all these issues for All Fight Month are literally just front to back. That's all we're getting. We're kind of pausing everything for now. Yeah, this should be a lot of fun. And speaking of Fight Month, our next book is DCKO All Fight Month Wonder Woman versus Lobo. Um, the most badass woman in the DC universe versus the main man, possibly the biggest misogynist in the DC universe. And he's jacked up on Venom, or will he be for this fight? I don't know. Whether or not we're taking those, items that they got in the previous round forward or not, we shall see. But man, this is going to be a freaking slobber knocker. This is going to be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to this issue. Uh, yeah, two characters that I really enjoy going head to head. And it's nice to see Lobo's making a comeback. He's been seeded throughout Superman run earlier this year, and then, or no, that was like last year during House of Brainiac, wasn't it? Yeah, before Absolute Power. That was a while ago, but Lobo's back in the fold right now, and he's getting his own series or mini series next year. I can't wait to get more news about that because I'm not sure what's going on with it. But yeah, I'm really excited to see these two kick each other's asses. This is going to be great. This is going to be so much fun. Um, and oh yeah, I got so excited to talk about DCKO stuff. Forgot the creators. We got a lot of them on this book. We have a writer Joelle Jones with art by Jason Howard, Carrie Nord, and Daniel Bayless. Colors by Daniel Bayless and Tamara Bonvillain, and letters by Clayton Cowles on Wonder Woman versus Lobo. Uh, this is gonna, yeah, I'm so excited, so excited. But next up, we got Green Lantern Corps number 11 by writer Morgan Hampton with art by Will Conrad and Max Dunbar. Oh, three artists: Will Conrad, Max Dunbar, and French Carlo Magno. Colors by Arif Prianto. Yep, moving away from the Starbreaker supremacy, it's a new day in Oa. All of the Lantern Corps are kind of centered on Oa now, with all their central power batteries residing in the same place. That surely isn't going to go wrong in the future. But it looks like this issue is going to be dealing with some of our new recruits. We have Kelly, the Teen Lantern, who came into the fold fairly recently, but is definitely in need of some more training now that things are a lot more stable with the Corps. We have Vexaru, who Sinestro recruited on Tamaran, I believe. Then we have Aya, who came from the animated series, and I'm talking about these characters on the cover right here, the new class as it's titled. And then we have Narf, a recruit that Guy Gardner went on a pretty cool adventure with, and definitely saw the guy flex his power a little bit. Yeah, Green Lantern Corps. I'm a Green Lantern Mark. This is a great run. The Adams Hampton era of Corps and Green Lantern proper has been a blast. I really like what Hampton's doing with things. I feel like a lot of people criticizing incorrectly Morgan Hampton about this whole John Stewart thing, because he was split into two, and then one sacrificed himself into the battery, and then this other one that's our actual John Stewart comes back into the fold. It's like, listen, Thorne messed all that up. Thorne created all that nonsense, and Adams and Hampton were left to clean up the mess of that messy, weird run. Like, um, yeah, that John Stewart Emerald Knight stuff, and it was a mess, and it didn't really work that well, and it was confusing. And these two had the unenviable job of cleaning that up, and I think the way they did it in basically 2 issues was perfect. Let's just rip the band-aid off. One's gone, the other one's back. He's cool with being a core member again. Let's start, cleaning, just getting things back to adventure mode instead of multiplicity mode. I'm really loving it and really looking forward to this issue. Next up, we got Marvel Knights the Punisher #3 by writer Jimmy Palmiotti and artist Dan Panosian. And man, last issue of this, we really got a taste of how this is tying into the world to come, and I absolutely loved it. Everett Ross entering the fold and discovering a mind-controlled Frank. How are they going to get out of this situation? And man, what kind of awful revenge is Frank going to take after he does get out of this situation? I'm all in on the world to come. I am putting my foot into the sand. In between the 4 issues of the main series I've read and the 2 issues of Punisher, this is one of the best things going on at Marvel right now. And if you're not reading it, you're really missing out. I think a lot of people got a little weirded out with the whole, adopted son of T'Challa, the heir to Wakanda being white, and then talks of an impending race war, which turns out to be against the Inhumans. So it's not you know, um, we're not we're not getting too real world with it. Yeah, this world to come is totally great. Marvel Knights is back. I really hope enough people are buying this to keep this stuff going because in my humble opinion, people like Daredevil, all the Hell's Kitchen bunch, all the New York non-Spider-Man superheroes, the ones that deal with the mafia and guns, our Daredevils, Iron Fists, our Luke Cages, um, even Black Panther to a degree. All those Marvel Knights, I think they all belong here, and this is where their story should be told, in my humble opinion. And they can totally cross over. It doesn't have to be like Max, where it's totally a separate thing. I mean, this stuff can cross over with main stuff. I really, really hope they're. Yeah, I'm really hyped that Marvel Knights feels back. 2 great series to look forward to every month. I hope we start getting more soon. But next up, this book I'm hoping to get. I just found out about it a couple of days ago, and so I didn't pre-order it from any of the shops I go to. But man, this looked cool. Ordained. This is by writer Robert Venditti, who did one of my favorite Green Lantern runs, with art by Trevor Hairsine. Sorry, sir. Colors by Dave Stewart and letters by DC Hopkins. This sounds like a totally kick-ass premise. We have this priest who's giving last rites to patients at deathbeds at a nearby hospital, and one day he's called to give last rites to a mob boss who's dying, and so the mob boss confesses all this stuff, and they part, and tells him God gives you forgiveness and all that. May his spirit be with you, and they leave. And anyway, the mob boss ends up surviving, and so he needs to tie up all his loose ends, including this priest that now knows everything. But unfortunately for this mob boss, it seems our priest, Father Byrne, is an ex-Navy SEAL, and this just sounds like a lot of fun. The premise reminded me of, not like totally like the movie Nobody, but it seems like that kind of like, oh, you're bringing out the old me, big mistake kind of book, and seems pretty exciting. So if I'm not able to pick this up this week, I'm definitely going to be hunting it down because this premise sounds great and it's from a writer that I really do enjoy. Next up, oh, this will be quick and easy. Star Wars Han Solo Hunt for the Falcon. This is by writer Rodney Barnes with art by Ramon Rosanas. What can I say? It's Force Awakens era Han Solo and Chewie trying to hunt down and find their ship. In this issue, they're caught up with Unkar Plutt, and they need to escape from his, grimy criminal grasp. Um, this is fun. I mean, it's just Star Wars fun. This isn't, you know, on the deep level of the Darth Vader comic or Doctor Aphra stuff. But it's fun, and if you like the Force Awakens era stuff, and I'm talking about, let's ignore the Rise of Skywalker ever happened. I really like the Force Awakens, and I really like Old Han palling around with Chewie, getting into smuggler shit. Um, totally fun to me, and excited to read this. Even more excited for this whole series to be done because I think it'll be more fun to read as one piece. It definitely feels like we're just getting a trade paperback here, which is fine. Whatever. You got to make your money somehow, and if it's through physical media, good on you. But our last issue this week, we got Supergirl number 8. This is by writer and art. Oh, we have a different artist on this one. Writer Sophie Campbell with art by Haining, who I'm not familiar with, so that'll be cool. Colors by Alex Guimares and letters by Becca Carey. And as we saw at the end of last issue of Supergirl, it seems like one of her old Supergirl bots she kind of forgot about, locked away in the tree. And I know that's a reference to where she would keep her little robot assistants in Midvale back in the Silver Age. This comic is full of charm, full of top tier, classic, looking art. This is one of my favorite series of the year. I'm so glad I started reading this book. I'm going to say it every time an issue comes out until it starts disappointing me, which it has not. Yeah, Supergirl. What a treat. And this looks like a lot of fun. And I really like seeing more and more speech bubbles coming back on covers. We had one on the last issue of the Mr. Terrific Year 1 miniseries, and we got one here, or got two here. Hey, I really like that. I really think it's a bold, classic choice that I wish we could see more of. But anyway, those are the poll previews for this week. We'll be back hopefully Thursday evening, Friday morning with the next video. I'm still trying to get on a better schedule, so I put these out on the same times every time, but I'll get there. I'm locking in. But those of you who have been watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Give a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment below. I always love chatting with people. I love hearing from people. Whatever you got to say, I will probably reply. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later in the week for the Guy Gardner tier list. And until then, keep reading.